Good morning. Today I want to share 1 Samuel 16, verse 7, which says, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look at his appearance or at the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. For God sees not as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." I know I've shared before that I was picked on and bullied in school based upon the fact that I have big lips. And the kids were cruel and they would call me names, and it made me sad because I thought, they don't even know me. They're just picking on me because I have big lips, and there's nothing I could do about that. And now, I'm seeing people who undergo surgery and spend all this money to get fuller lips. And I thought I was picked on for having big lips, and God gave them to me for free, and now people love my lips. Go figure. But when I read this verse today, I was reminded of times that maybe I was guilty as well of judging somebody else based on their appearance. Maybe it was being uncomfortable or nervous because I thought somebody was a member of a gang because of the way they dressed. Or maybe, just by their appearance, I think, oh, that person might be on drugs. I've also had times, sadly, that at church I thought somebody was dressed inappropriately. Oh, they're wearing something that's too tight or too short or, too low cut. And as I thought about that, God, asked this question to me of, do I love that person any less because of the way they're dressed? And of course I was like, no, you love everybody the same. You love that person just as much as the next person. And that's when, I just felt convicted that maybe that person needs to know that God loves them more than, somebody else who was dressed appropriately needed to know that. Ouch. And then I thought of, when it talked about the not to judge on the height, I thought of trials we go through, or maybe tasks that God calls us to do, and we think, I can't do that. That's too big. That's too hard. I can't go through this because it's just too painful, Lord. It's too hard. And again, I was reminded, nothing is too big or too hard for God. Nothing is impossible for him. And if he brings me to it, he's going to see me through it, and he'll be with me the entire time. So I just wanted to encourage you, whether it is a person or a task that is before you or a trial you're currently faced with, don't be looking at the people or the thing by its appearance. It doesn't matter if it seems too difficult or too big. It doesn't matter what that person looks like. We need to be looking beyond that. And we need to ask God, help me to trust you, to see beyond, or to at least trust you because we know you can see beyond. Help us to see people the way you do. Help us to love people the way you do. And whether it's a task or a trial you're going through, help me to trust you because I know you have a plan and you already know what that plan is. He sees well into the future, and he knows why we're going through things and why he wants us to do things, and we just need to step out in faith and do it because we know he's going to be with us and he has a plan, and we can trust him because he sees it all.